But it's not the same here because here in Nigeria, we've not gotten to the stage where, oh, okay, everywhere is calm now. Nigeria is where I actually want to be. I'm enjoying Nigeria. Hey, Nigeria. No, we are still struggling. Hello guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Uche, and if this is your first time on this channel or you're a returning viewer, you are very much welcome. So guys, in this video I'm going to be reviewing the book Welcome to Lagos by Chibundu Onuzo. So guys, this book tells the story of a group of 5 people and progressing to 6, 7, 8, 9. So this is how it happens. The main character, for me, the main character is Chike. So he's a soldier who was deployed to the southern part of Nigeria, Niger Delta, Bayelsa State to be precise, and he's in charge of a platoon. But he has issues with the illegal dealings of the army in the Niger Delta. So he decides to desert the army. So he lives with one of the junior officers, Yemi, and their plan was to go to Lagos, almighty Lagos. So he has never been to Lagos. He actually grew up in Ibadan. And on their journey through the bush to get to a park that will lead them to wherever they were going to, Lagos, they meet with a militant, fine boy, and he leads them to the road. Before he leads them to the road, they meet Isoken, who thinks fine boy was among the guys who wanted to rape her, and now they're already a party of 4. So they get to the park, and the 5th person joins them, Ifoma or Oma. And Oma is running away from her abusive husband, and she's on her way to Lagos to stay with her cousin. So this group of 5 people, with their experiences and everything, they end up becoming a family. And where they finally ended up staying after sleeping under the bridge and finally getting an accommodation in an abandoned building, um, they were living there as a family, drawing strength from one another. And then the owner of the apartment comes, and he happens to be the disgraced minister of education here in Nigeria. So this is a fiction, by the way. But so now their party of 5 becomes a party of 6. Now the 7th person that finally came to join them for a while is Ahmed. So Ahmed's father is a civil servant, a retired one, and Ahmed is against everything is that stands for. So he abandons his promising future um, outside the country in England, and comes back. He comes to start a newspaper publication with the name Nigerian Journal, and this Nigerian Journal is anti-government. So it just tackles the government and the politicians and their wrongdoings in the society. But the thing is, the politicians, they are just trying so much to just frustrate the guy's effort. So his paper is not selling as much, coupled with the fact that his father has to keep going to beg those politicians his son has talked about in the newspaper. And the major point of it is that the Minister of Education, Chief Sandayo, upon hearing that soon he will be sacked from his job, he absconds with $10 million that was assigned to the Ministry of Education for primary school children education. And he comes to his hideout that is in the abandoned building, thinking that he would go there, relax, and whenever he's ready, leave the country for good. And he meets this group of 5 people, and Ahmed comes to meet them. So the whole thing is just crazy. And this book talks so much about Nigeria as it is. If you don't understand what is going on in Nigeria, what we have been facing for the longest time, this is the perfect book for you to read, to be enlightened. So I'm not going to come and start detailing everything, because like this book is a whole bunch of experience. So there are different characters, so many characters, and each character have their own story, and everything just blends into the middle. Like this person is here, Chike is here, Ifoma is here, Isoke is here, Fine Boy is here, Chief Sandayo is here, Ahmed is here, Ahmed's parents they are there, Farida, everything they just come to the beginning of the book. It just highlights the ruin that's in the Niger Delta. So as I was reading through um what was going on in the Niger Delta as portrayed by the book, it just reminded me of Yellow Yellow by Kane Agari. So that book also talked about how everything in Niger Delta has been destroyed, and that was what brought about the uprising of militants in the first place. So you come to a certain place to drill oil, and they are not compensated. The villagers are not compensated. The people who live on the place where you discover the oil in the first place, they are left yellow yellow. And now welcome to Lagos. This is should be about the second play about the second book I'm seeing, that that there was this issue of the fishes in the river dying, and that side is a riverine area, so the fishes are dying, and they can't even have good water to drink. There's oil in the water, like everything is just so messed up. So it's just crazy that any foreigner that is there, they kidnap the foreigner and ask for ransom. So they are trying to just, everybody with their own idea. This book is a satire. It just brings out the ills in Nigeria, with the footstool, with their headquarters in Lagos or Abuja. They just mention those two places. It seems to be where the corruption and everything, they are catapulting themselves from one state to the other. So it's just really, really crazy, and it's not even funny, because this book pinpoints the reality in Nigeria. Like you read this book, and if you're a Nigerian, you'll be like, yes, the author Chibundu Onuzo just hit the nail on the head. Like, this is what is happening. The corruption, and it's a crazy turn of events when Chief Sandayo comes into his hideout with 10 million US dollars. But Chike, being a disciplined soldier or ex-soldier as the case may be, he refuses to let Chief Sandayo just go with the money like that. So what he tries to do is that he tries to give the money, just distribute the money to schools that really need it, because these children in primary school, they are almost like they are having substandard education, because there are so many things that they need and they could not get it. And with the help of this group of people, books are bought, there is a renovation of school, their library is refurbished, everything is just going fine. And when CNN joins the matter to interview them, Chief Sandaya just manages to change the story all around. So now his story that he changed to was that he did not really plan to steal the money. What he felt was that if he had left the money and he had let things just take the normal usual process, that the money might not have ended up getting to the students. So he decided, with his team of people, he decided to just do the work by himself. What a beautiful story. So this book just highlights the corruption that is inherent in Nigeria. Like, Nigeria is just soaked in corruption. Like, this the corruption is too much. Like, it's just crazy out here. It's a jungle here. And it just so happens that this book I'm reading this book at the time when Nigeria just finished shaking, like with the NSAS protest that happened in the month of October 2020, and the killings. And it just goes to show that it feels like anything goes here in Nigeria, almost as if we are lawless here, even though we have laws that are guiding us. But a few rich people, they are getting away with this at the expense of others. So it's just really, really crazy. There's a quote I got from the book that I just want to pinpoint. I'll read it out. I wrote it down. It says, the scandal that could rouse people into action did not yet exist. There would be uproar and then things would die down as they always did. So it's really, really painful that our country, Nigeria, can be described in this light, but it's the truth. If you look at the NSAS protests, yes, there was an uproar, but it seems as if everything has died down. So it's just crazy. Nigeria is described as a rich African state, but essentially a failed one. Like, it was so depressing for me to read this book and acquiesce to the fact that what this author was saying, yes, it's a fiction, but it's true. It's the Nigerian reality. So it was just painful that way, and I just love the fact that every individual, every character that is mentioned in the book, they have their own unique story that just blends with the fact that excerpts from Nigerian Journal, that's the newspaper that Ahmed manages, excerpts of it is used to start most chapters of the book. And this Nigerian Journal just reminds me of Newswatch, the one old magazine that we had then in Nigeria, that was founded by Delegiwa, Dana Kwese, Ray Epo, and a few others. And how at the beginning it was just bringing out the ills of the government. It served as a watchdog for the government as at then, until things changed. With the title Welcome to Lagos, I feel this book is an expose of Lagos as it is. So Lagos is a very popular city here in Nigeria, and it is very much populated. Like, everyone just thinks wherever you are, if you're in other states, if you just come to Lagos, you just make it. So Lagos is like the abroad in Nigeria here. I don't know about now. I don't know what people think now, but then, as it was then. So it just talks about places in Lagos. I just feel like if you don't know anything about Lagos, if you read this book to an extent, you have an idea of what to expect in Lagos. So Lagos is very, very crazy. I live in Lagos, and there's no day I go out, I leave my house and go out to the street or go to wherever I go to, and I do not experience drama. It is a dog eat dog part of the Lagos. Is not a peaceful place. Lagos is a noisy place, very, very noisy. And I just love the fact that he just pinpointed important places in Lagos. Like, when you're coming into Lagos, there's this three statues that welcome you, and they just tell you welcome to Lagos. So they are painted in white, and I've lived in Lagos. Like, I was born in this Lagos, and I've lived here all my life up till now, and I didn't know that these three statues have name. I just got to know while reading the book that these statues are called Arometa. That's the three wise men, and it just felt strange. And also, there's also this highlight of the houses on the lagoon here in Lagos. So that place is called Makoko. I've heard about the place, but I did not know, and I didn't bother to check. I just feel like this book just takes you on an excursion to Lagos, and it just is true to its name, Welcome to Lagos. Like, this book just welcomes you to Lagos. It welcomes you to the craziness that is here in Lagos. It welcomes you to the madness here in Lagos. It is a very mad city, but it's a beautiful city, and it's a fun city. The city that never sleeps here in Nigeria. We don't sleep here. It's always awake. And in as much as there are ills here in Lagos, Lagos is not entirely bad. So a wise man once said to me that nobody is so good that they do not have bad part of them, and nobody is so bad that they do not have the good part of them. So I feel this statement it relates so much to this book. When we're talking about Chief Sandayo is seen as this wicked politician that escapes with children's money and everything. And but in different situation where it was not expected, he actually comes back to do something good, to redeem himself. And it just goes to say that we are all humans, and the human nature is kind. Yes, there's wickedness in the heart of men, but the human nature is actually kind. And if only we just capitalize on that good part of us and just try to make the world a better place. And at the ending this book, it left me with a depressing feeling. I won't say this book is a tragedy, but it has its tragic parts. There are tragic situations, and it just left me with this depressing feeling. I finished reading the book and my heart was just so heavy, because now there's no end. Like, there's some novels that you read and oh, this is what happened to this person at last and everything. But it's not the same here, because here in Nigeria, we've not gotten to the stage where, oh, okay, everywhere is calm now. Nigeria is where I actually want to be. I'm enjoying Nigeria. Hey, Nigeria. No, we are still struggling. So that's just the mindset that this book just leaves me in, the right mindset actually. So I feel so sad for the characters, and I just hope they find peace in the end, because it's so sad. I just pray Nigeria really, really gets better, because the people here, we Nigerians, we are deserving so much of a peaceful state, a happy state, a booming economy, and we just deserve so much, because we're happy people. We are suffering so much, and we're still smiling. Yes, no country is 100% perfect and everything, but let's reach 50 first. Let's just reach 50, eh? So that's just it about the book. I really like if you read the book, and if you have read the book, you're planning to read the book, this is the book you should read. Like, if I tell you to read this book, if I come here to recommend a book to you, or I come here to review a book and I'm telling you that read this book, guys, just read it. Don't argue. Just read the book, because I don't used to read nonsense book. I read correct book. I recommend better, correct book. So just read the book and be knowledgeable. It's a reservoir of knowledge. Read it and know peace, and know what's happening, and have an idea of what's happening here in Nigeria. Alright guys, please give my video a thumbs up and share your thoughts in the comment section down below. Share the video also, and do not forget to subscribe. I'm waiting for the subscription notification. Bye guys.